Welcome to helpyourmath.com. Today we're going to see the equation with the variable on the denominator, right? That's the rational function, rational equation here. So to do this thing, we need to basically to convert that into a single fraction, or easier just make the denominator disappear to make that just a linear equation or maybe a second power equation. Right, so to do so, we need to factor our denominator. Like the first one, we have x squared plus 1, so we're able to factor it out to get the product. Right, the other two are already the linear terms, so nothing else to do. So here we can see that the denominator we have is x and x plus 1. The second one we have x, the third one we have denominator of x plus 1. So what we can do here is to find out the least common denominator. Basically will be everything on the denominator that is x we have seen and also the x plus 1. So we take x and x plus 1, which basically is everything we see. The highest repeating is everything 1. So x and x plus 1 multiplied together will be our LCD. And what we could do is just simply multiply the LCD into each term. That will make all the denominator disappears, but when we do that, the only thing need to be careful is we have condition. Right, so before we multiply them, we have the condition is whatever we multiply for the equation, right, this should not be equal 0. If they equal 0, then the equation will be meaningless, right? Because they are on the denominator. Your denominator basically cannot be 0. So we make the assumption is our x cannot be 0, and also x plus 1 cannot be 0, which meaning our x cannot be equal -1. So these two are the conditions. So besides all the values, we can multiply the whole equation by the LCD. Well, we have the term, first term, second term is 1 over x. The third term is outside or on the other side of the equal sign. We could multiply these 3 by our LCD. Then what we do is we could just canceling out, because numerator and denominator will just cancel the terms out. The first we get 4. Second, we cancel the x out. We still have x plus 1. And by doing that, it's still in the parenthesis. And the term on the right side, we cancel the x plus 1 out on top and bottom. Then we have the 3x. Okay, so now we are just able to solve the x, right? The left side, we have 4 minus x plus 1. Here, invisible 1 over there. We just distribute it. On the right side, nothing else we can do, just leave it there. On the left, we're able to simplify 4 minus 1. We have the left side, we have coefficient of x is -1. On the right, coefficient of x is 3. So right here is a bigger number. What we could do is, or try to keep x a positive coefficient. Therefore, we just canceling the x on the left side. Well, we get 3 equal 4x. Now we have number on the left, x on the right side. What we need to do is just divide the coefficient of x. Therefore, our x will be 3 over 4. So there, double check our condition. Our x cannot be 0 or -1. Our solution, we get x is 3/4. So this condition should be good.